The Premier League transfer window has been incredibly busy for most teams, but here are the 5 Premier League transfers that should happen before the window closes. The first team that I want to look at is Liverpool, and right now, they've not signed anyone yet. While they are working on Zubamendi, and I believe they'll be completed in the next few days, I believe they have another position of need. While they do have two left backs with Premier League experience with Robertson and Simicast, I believe they can improve on both. Robertson seems to have hit his cliff last season, and he's not going to get much better, and he's only going to get worse. And Simicast is just not going to become a top 5 left back in this league. I think you need to get not only younger, but you need to improve. There's a left back that has been heavily rumored with Liverpool move that fits the type of transfer that Michael Edwards likes, which is poaching from the bottom half of the table, and that is Ryan Aït-Nouri from Wolves. I would assume they would need to drop around £45 million to bring him in, but I think it is worth it for a left back that is not even at his prime yet, but has 77 Premier League appearances to his name. With Slot coming in, Aït-Nouri brings with him a lot of experience, but also an extremely balanced set of skills. He is very solid defensively, being in the 87th percentile in tackles across all of Europe's fullbacks, while also being incredibly tenacious. He's also gifted on the ball, being in the 98th percentile for successful take-ons in Europe. He does remind me a lot of younger Robertson and how he plays the left back position, which is constant running, good carrying ability, good defensively, and can whip in a nice cross with his left foot. Slot could plug him in right into the starting lineup if he wishes, or he could wait and be patient and let him develop under Robertson or Simicast or even both. I think it would be a good move no matter what. The second club I want to go over is Manchester City. When I look at their needs, one need that they have had for a very long time now is that they always try to find a solid backup to Rodri. Rodri is City's most important player, and he's arguably been the best player in the world for some time now. However, he just plays way too much, and City have seen a massive drop off without him. Calvin Phillips has been a letdown, so getting a DM with potential who has shown some flashes of being a great DM is worth it. And that would be Adam Wharton, the 20-year-old number 6 from Crystal Palace. Wharton does not have a whole lot of Premier League experience, but last year he was so good when he played that he got an England call-up for the Euros when he was just turning 20 years old. I think he could come in and replace Rodri for the cup games for most of the season, and you would not see the same drop-off as you would with current-day Calvin Phillips. But he could also play the 8 in a double pivot with Rodri if you wanted. Wharton excels defensively, being in the 95th percentile in tackles for midfielders in Europe, as well as the 84th percentile in interceptions. He is also very skilled in and out of possession and very smart for his age. City really enjoys that Rodri's aerial presence from long balls, as he rarely loses them, and this is somewhere that Adam Wharton would really need to improve, but height and size-wise, he is unlikely to get bullied around the middle of the pitch. He would be costly, my guess around £60 million, but that would be worth it for the next great number 6 talent. The next team I want to look at is Newcastle United. Right now, they're struggling with squad depth, and the FFP situation looming makes it incredibly hard to sign talent, so they are having to resort to signing more hidden gems. Center back wise, they have 2 solid central defenders, with Shar and Bodman, and the Lloyd Kelly signing for free was excellent business, but Lascelles scares me as a right-sided backup. They need a backup with potential that can play similarly to Shar, who is aggressive with the ball at his feet, carrying and passing wise. I like them going for Thomas Bielan, the 23-year-old Dutch central defender from Feyenoord. He has been learning a system that is very pass heavy and very possession heavy for 2 years now, and he is excellent at it. He is in the 99th percentile for progressive passes and 97th percentile for progressive carries against other European central defenders. Those numbers are excellent, but he struggles sometimes defensively. He is imperfect, but I believe he would cost £20 million, which would be an affordable piece to add to the squad. The fourth transfer I want to look at is around Tottenham. Tottenham lack depth on the left side of defense. Sergio Reguilon and Ben Davies are the backups in those positions, and with European football this year, I think adding someone on that side is worth it. Tottenham has clearly wanted to stick with young talent, as they've signed multiple 18-year-olds this summer. And a person that they could add that could play both left-sided center back and left back would be Jarell Hato, the 18-year-old Dutch center back and left back from Ajax. He's an incredible defender talent with loads of potential. He fits the Spurs system as he's incredibly good on the ball and quick for a high line. Against other European center backs, he is in the 84th percentile in progressive passes and 86th percentile in progressive carries. He is young, so he's very prone to mistakes, but as a backup option this next season with Udogie and Van de Ven locked into the starting 11, he is a smart transfer move to start building an elite squad of elite talent. I believe he would cost around £45 million to move from Ajax, and I think he would be worth it now and for the future, in my opinion. The last transfer I think should happen before the window closes is for Arsenal. They are in need of a clinical number 9 and have been searching for one for a while. The best number 9 realistically available is Lois Openda, the 24-year-old Belgian striker from RB Leipzig. The past 4 seasons, he has shown to be a prolific striker, and in the Bundesliga last season, he showcased his talents on the European stage. He would score 4 goals from 8 UCL appearances and added 24 Bundesliga goals to that tally. This is the type of transfer that puts you ahead of teams like City. City changed a lot of their tactical approach just to fit Haaland into their team, and it only made them better and more consistent, having a consistent goal scorer up front. And Openda can be that striker for Arsenal. He would be extremely expensive, my guess in the range around £80 million, but for a top striker, you have to pay a steep price.